Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the right. Your season starts now. Start the regular season by selecting your season goal. Meeting your season goal gives high rewards, but does come. Kick off your week by installing your game plan. Kick your season off by starting your first game. Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is...
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Now they go screen, it's complete. He lost two and it brings up fourth. Well, you can see. So on now is the 11-year man, John Ryan, to punt it away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Seattle defense getting set to go. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of, great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out, you feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Here's Tannehill. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And a big 32-yard play on third.
That has to be frustrating for defenders. Third down, they take a shot way downfield. There is good coverage, yet they still come down with the football and pick up a big gain.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Earl Thomas in on the stop. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better.
He rifles one that's down the numbers. There he goes. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not an...
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Dolphins have got it back to a one-score game. Here's John Ryan now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. In not great starting field position here for the offense. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
And they'll run it here. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he finds Stills complete. And he's brought down after a good gain.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk. This is a big decision here.
Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, so let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And caught by Cameron right side. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Seahawks are happy to be in front, and they'll look to play another solid half of football. The Dolphins, on the other hand, want to quiet this crowd and turn things around. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Offense out now following the INT. The return will start from the 4, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone. Dolphins trail now by just 7. About halfway through the second, they're going to come away with another sack. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to Seattle for the start of the second half.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And Stills over the middle. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the sauce.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Atama Rubin in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And partner, this first